Hey everyone, welcome to the Monk Mind. Most people think controlling your mind is this mystical, impossible thing, like it's reserved for monks meditating on mountaintops. But here's the truth. You already have everything you need to take control of your mind, right now. And today, we're diving into some practical steps, ancient wisdom from the Stoics, to help you do just that. Because let's face it, life throws chaos at us every day. Stress, distractions, self-doubt, they all pull us in 100 directions. So the big question is, how do you stay calm and focused in a storm of negativity, temptation, and anxiety? How do you learn to control your thoughts, emotions, and actions when the world is trying to control you? That's what this episode is all about. Let's get into it. First off, let's break down why controlling your mind matters. Think about this. Your mind shapes your reality. The way you react to events, people, and challenges is more important than the events themselves. The Stoics believe that external events are beyond your control. You can't stop traffic from making you late. You can't control what other people think about you. But what you can control is your mind, how you respond and interpret what's happening. And here's the thing. If you don't control your mind, someone or something else will. We live in a world that's constantly competing for our attention. Social media notifications, news cycles, advertising, all designed to hijack your thoughts. And if you let your mind run on autopilot, it will drift toward negative emotions like anger, envy, or fear. That's just how the human brain works. So, controlling your mind isn't just a skill. It's a necessity if you want to live with peace and purpose. The good news? It's learnable. Now, let's explore how. The first step to mastering your mind is inspired by one of the Stoics' most famous ideas, the dichotomy of control. This idea comes from Epictetus, a Greek philosopher who said, "Some things are in our control and others are not." This sounds simple, but it's life-changing if you take it seriously. Think about all the things you waste energy on. What if people don't like me? What if the meeting doesn't go well? What if it rains during my vacation? The truth is, all of these things are outside your control. No matter how much you worry or obsess over them, you won't change the outcome. On the other hand, here's what is within your control. Your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, how you choose to respond to life. When you focus on these things and let go of the rest, you'll immediately feel lighter. It's like dropping a heavy backpack you've been carrying for no reason. This mental shift frees up space in your mind. You stop being a victim of circumstance and take back control over what matters most, your own inner world. So, whenever you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. Here's the thing about emotions. They can feel overwhelming, as if they have a mind of their own. But the Stoics believe that emotions are just judgments your mind makes about reality. In other words, it's not what happens to you that makes you angry, sad, or anxious. It's the way you interpret it. Let's say someone insults you at work. Your first reaction might be anger. But pause for a second. Is the insult really what's making you angry? Or is it the meaning you've attached to it? Maybe you think it's disrespectful, or it threatens your sense of self-worth. Now here's the Stoic trick. Change your perspective, and you change your emotion. You could interpret the insult differently. Maybe the person is having a bad day. Or maybe their words have nothing to do with you at all. Suddenly, the insult loses its power over you. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This is powerful. You can decide at any moment to change the way you see things. And when you do, you control your emotions instead of letting them control you. Another powerful Stoic practice is called negative visualization. This might sound strange at first, but stick with me. The idea is to intentionally imagine things going wrong, not in a pessimistic way, but in a way that prepares your mind for challenges. For example, think about some of the things that stress you out. What if I lose my job? What if my relationship falls apart? What if I get sick? Now, instead of avoiding these thoughts, visualize them in detail. Imagine how you'd feel, what you'd do, and how you'd recover. This practice does two things. The first is reduces fear. When you mentally rehearse setbacks, they lose some of their power over you. It's like getting vaccinated against fear. Second, and most important, builds gratitude. When you reflect on the possibility of losing what you have, you start to appreciate it more. Suddenly, that boring job or imperfect relationship feels like a gift. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "Nothing happens to the wise man against his expectation." By practicing negative visualization, you'll be prepared for whatever life throws at you. Not because you're hoping for the worst, but because you've trained your mind to handle it. One of the best ways to control your mind is by practicing mindfulness and reflection. Marcus Aurelius would start and end each day by journaling about his thoughts and actions. He called this exercise examining the soul. You can do the same thing by asking yourself two simple questions. In the morning, what's within my control today? In the evening, how did I respond to what happened today? This habit of reflection helps you stay aware of your thoughts and emotions throughout the day. When you reflect on your wins and losses, you start to notice patterns. Maybe you always get frustrated in certain situations, or maybe certain habits make you feel more focused. Mindfulness is about bringing awareness to these patterns. It's about catching yourself in the moment and asking, is this thought helpful? Is this reaction serving me? The more you practice, the better you'll get at staying calm and centered, no matter what life throws your way. Let's wrap up with one of the most important Stoic ideas. Action is what truly shapes your mind. You can read all the self-help books in the world, but if you don't act on what you learn, nothing will change. The Stoics were practical people. They believed that wisdom is useless unless it's applied in real life. So, if you want to control your mind, start by controlling your actions, especially the small ones. Feel anxious? Take a deep breath and move forward anyway. Feeling angry? Pause before you respond. Procrastinating? Just start, even if it's messy. Each time you choose to act intentionally, instead of reacting on impulse, you strengthen your mental discipline. And over time, these small actions add up to a stronger, calmer mind. So, there you have it. How to control your mind, inspired by Stoic philosophy. Let's do a quick recap. Focus on what you can control, let go of the rest. Change your perspective to master your emotions. Use negative visualization to build mental strength. Reflect daily to stay mindful of your thoughts and actions. Take intentional action because action shapes your mind. Controlling your mind isn't easy. It's a lifelong practice. But the more you apply these principles, the more freedom you'll experience. Freedom from stress, fear, and distraction. And that, my friends, is how you live a life of peace and purpose. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, make sure to subscribe and share it with someone who could use it. Remember, you have the power to control your mind. And with that, you can change your life. Until next time, stay calm, stay focused, and keep showing up.